Right now, late night bowl game. Badger football tries to end the season with a win, and this one was close.
It's just unacceptable. Everybody knows that during the holidays there's going to be some delays, but just outright cancellations is just not okay.
The post-Christmas chaos continues for Southwest Airlines this morning. We're going to hear from the company's CEO.
And we are looking at dry conditions this morning and really no precipitation expected on the roads, but we do have some warmer weather on the way, maybe cracking 40. More coming up.
Glad to hear that. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. We want to get to your first warmer weather forecast with a new face, new old face here on News 3. Kelly Slifka joining us.
Old as in you've been here before.
You've been here?
No, old as being old. That's what it is.
It's been, what, 20 years? 20
years, yeah. So things have changed a little bit. I've grew a little bit of hair on my face and lost a few on top of the head, but, you know, life goes on.
Experience.
And
that's what matters.
Yeah.
Wisdom, yes.
We love it. That's what we got.
Yeah, so Kelly, no stranger to southern Wisconsin or forecasting in general. So let's tell the folks what they can expect when they head out the door this morning.
The good news is we've had pretty active December, but things have really gotten a lot quieter down over the last couple of days. And we really don't expect a whole lot of change the next few days as we go into the weekend, maybe a little bit of light precipitation. One thing we're going to do is melt some of the snow that we have on the ground out there because temperatures are climbing. It's quite a bit milder this morning. You're not going to have to scrape that windshield like we've had to do all week long throughout the weekend. 28 right now in Madison. Southerly winds up there at 10 to 20, and that will be a factor throughout the afternoon. In fact, they could be gusting over 20 miles per hour. So definitely going to be a breezy afternoon. But with the temperatures climbing above freezing this afternoon, we're going to melt some of that snow. We may have to contend with some fog in the mornings the next few days, but also temperatures in the 40s, and also another storm system next week, maybe bringing some snow for Wisconsin. We'll take a look at where coming up.
All right, Kelly, good to have you here. Thank you. Well, for the third year in a row, the Wisconsin Badgers are on their way home this morning with a bowl trophy.
They were able to edge out Oklahoma State last night, 24-17, and Phoenix at the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. All eyes on Luke Fickell on the sidelines. Interim head coach and longtime Badger Jim Leonard calling the shots last night. Wisconsin dominated the first half with a 17-7 lead. Third quarter, defense set the tone early. There's Jay Shaw ripping the ball out of the hands of a Cowboy receiver for the interception. Nice play there by the defense. A couple of plays later now, Braylon Allen. He's going to turn it on and run this one in for the score. That puts Wisconsin up by 3 scores. Oklahoma State, though, able to cut it down to a one-possession game. But the defense coming up big again, just under 2 minutes left. That is Cedric Dort Jr. He plays hero, able to seal the game with this interception here. Badgers winning it a nail-biter. Here's new head coach Luke Fickell after the win.
Yeah, I'm really excited, really proud to be a part of this. These guys have accepted me in the last 3.5 weeks, and this was an incredible night. I can be honest with you. I think these guys probably know I didn't exactly know what to expect, and I'm walking out of here really impressed with so many things, but most importantly, their love, their care for one another.
The Badgers sealed their 22nd straight year of having a record above 500 or having won more games than lost, which is one of the longest running records currently in college football.
Here's a live look at Los Angeles International Airport this morning. This is one of the many hubs impacted by Southwest Airlines this week, which has already canceled more than 2,000 additional flights today, with more cancellations expected. Post-Christmas chaos at airports around the nation continues this morning as the airlines canceled more than 60% of their flights. It's stranding thousands of frustrated flyers. In a statement, Southwest offering, quote, heartfelt apologies and said, quote, we were fully staffed and prepared for the approaching holiday weekend when the severe weather swept across the continent.
Our plan for the next few days is to fly a reduced schedule and reposition our people and planes, and we're making headway, and we're optimistic to be back on track before next week.
The Senate Commerce Committee says it will probe the causes of the disruptions and the impact to customers. 2 Senate Democrats have called on the airline to give affected travelers significant monetary compensation for the disruption to their holiday plans.
Included in the canceled flights was the one that was supposed to take Madison Memorial High School's boys basketball team to Florida for a holiday tournament. After waiting 30 hours at Chicago's Midway Airport, the team decided to drive instead. Our Andrew Banstra spoke with the team.
Each year, the Val Phillips Memorial High School boys basketball team flies to Florida for a tournament against the nation's top talent. This year, the 24-person group bussed from Madison to Midway Airport at 5 a.m. on Monday to make a 10:30 flight. TSA was a breeze. Things were almost going too well. Then, 20 minutes before takeoff, Southwest started changing those plans.
They changed gates on us. Walked down to the new gates, and as we got down there, the flight got canceled. Not delayed, canceled.
With 30 hours until the tournament's tip-off, they scurried to the nearest agent, only to find out they were rebooked for a January 4th flight. That wasn't going to work.
So then we started thinking bus at that point. Bus to get home, or bus to maybe go to Florida. Florida wasn't really on the docket initially.
They spent 10 hours in the airport looking for buses. With 20 hours to tip off, they finally found one that would take them to Florida. But without stops, it's a 16-hour drive.
So I think we're going to end up rolling in, playing, shooting around for a couple minutes, throwing our jerseys on and playing.
As Southwest cancels more and more flights, the team has already canceled their flight home. This time, the bus is staying with them.
It's just like we wanted to get down here for the boys because they wanted to really play. So that's why we tried to make it work. We could have found 3 more games.
Memorial's 6'7" power forward Sam Mickelson says squeezing on a bus isn't ideal for 32 hours, but
if I was to do it over again, I don't think I would actually change anything because I think I've gotten closer to a bunch of teammates that I haven't really gotten close with. And I'm really excited to get out of the bus and start playing again.
In Madison, Andrew Banstrott, News 3 Now.
Well, Memorial made it just in time for their 4 p.m. Central tip-off. And while they did lose their first game, much needed a good night's sleep. We'll have them ready for the rest of the tournament.
If you're thinking about heading into the gym in the new year, you're going to be in good company. Local fitness leaders say the number of people regularly exercising at the gym is growing. Leaders at the Princeton Club say their post-pandemic comeback has been stronger than anticipated. They say this year they've done more workouts as a company than they have in the past 35 years in business. Club president Andy Hogan says, in a way, they have COVID to thank.
That puts so much focus on people's health, and so it brought it back to what can I do, what steps can I take to actually improve my overall well-being. And so for us, that's why this past year was so exciting, because we saw the amount of people exercising go up so dramatically.
Hogan says Princeton Club is also seeing a wider array of people exercising at the gym, from young athletes to 90-year-olds working on their mobility. They're also seeing more people taking advantage of trainers, both in groups and one-on-one sessions.
In more local news this morning, police arrested a driver after witnesses say he almost hit several people at an Eastside grocery store. This all happened on East Washington just before 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Officers say a 36-year-old man was speeding through a parking lot and nearly hit several bystanders. Tire deflating devices were used, but the man kept on going. He eventually stopped to pick up a passenger who was in the store. He was arrested for OWI.
One person is recovering this morning after a crash between 2 semis in Dodge County. The crash happening around 1:45 yesterday afternoon at the intersection of State Highway 16 and 26 and County Highway CJ near Kleiman. The sheriff's office says one semi was trying to make a turn when the other semi hit it. First responders took the driver of that second truck to a hospital in Beaver Dam with non-life-threatening injuries. The other driver wasn't hurt. Time right now is 6:08, and coming up in the 6:08, we take a look at some more of the memories made during the holidays over the course of 2022.
And a live look outside. Things are finally warming up out there. Just how long that will last, and our next chance we could see some snow.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And by switching, you could even save $652. Thank you, Liberty Mutual. Now, contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
We love our pets, but we don't always love their hair, which is why we made Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard. With 3 times the pet hair fighting ingredients, just one sheet helps remove pet hair from your clothes. Looking good starts in the dryer with Bounce Pet.
One day, I will rock that swimsuit.
Your one day is closer than you think. From fresh meals to one-on-one coaching, Jenny Craig is Weight Loss Made Simple.
Your one day starts today.
This year, say yes.
I couldn't be more thrilled with my results. I'm over the moon happy. Look at that waist.
Yes to confidence.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
Yes to a new shape.
These are my results. I am so happy.
Yes to a new you.
I'm Dr. Elena Vega. Imagine you could remove this much fat from multiple areas all at one time.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I have the flattest tummy that I've had in 25 years.
I'm able to wear things that I never thought I would wear again.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
Find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Call 1-800-993-0752 or go to sonobello.com.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608 this week, we are taking some time to look back at all the fun in 2022.
No shortage of fun in the 608, right?
No, never.
Today is day 3 of our coverage this week, and this morning we're looking at some of the holiday-related memories made throughout the course of this year.
People are usually pretty happy when you come to their door with flowers. They're so beautiful, and people should stop and appreciate the beautiful things in nature. I know I do.
And we'll let you take this one back with you.
That sounds good, boy. Now I better put a little bit of extra sugar on this.
The Punchki's a one-day event.
It's Fat Tuesday. We're going to have one more.
Take 3 small steps, step, step, step. And now that you're advanced, because you've already done this before, we're going to do the special ending.
Pressure's on, though.
Point, knee, and back. Knee, put him back, step, step, step. You did so good. Point and take a big bow.
Ooh. We are with the Stoughton High School Norwegian dancers here in the high school gym, and this is pretty incredible. They are ready for their biggest weekend of the year, of course, setting a Mai, and we're pumping up the jam in the 608.
500-gallon tank, only 30 pounds of air. Launch this punk in a half mile.
All right, let's see it, Don. You trust me? Pull the trigger here, huh? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! What am I, guys? What am I? Take a guess.
Blind punch.
Oh my gosh, I'm proud of you guys. You got it. Look at that. Who am I, guys? Who am I? I got my 4 kids.
And
got
a six-pack has to be Chris Stanford.
Have you noticed I've been working out again?
Oh my gosh. Where is he? That was good.
Aaron goes all out in creating this masterpiece.
That's right, Josh. Thank you very much.
I didn't even see you blending in with the crowd. You're dressing the part this morning, Aaron.
Scaring the hell out of people. It's just so much fun.
Again, this Friday night is going to be their first night. A little early for this, but this is a lot of fun here. Again, you can go up to channel3000.com. Whoa.
The UCP, our mission is to understand disabilities, create opportunities, and to promote community. And this is one of those events that really does that last thing, that promoting community. Run off those calories before you consume them, right?
Come in through the front door and immediately you'll see the tree behind me, which is a 20-foot artificial tree that's brand new to us this year, and it goes up through the ceiling. So that's kind of an exciting thing to begin with. It has just proven to be, like, I think the best one that we've done yet.
To keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned around and there you go. And Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
That was Redefined a cappella by UW-Madison, an incredible group there. Remember, you can always go back and watch our features by going to channel3000.com. There's an interactive map for you to see all of the places we've been across southern Wisconsin. Just can't help but smile because it just brings up all these wonderful memories and all these amazing people that are just so talented out in our community.
Yeah, you have a little bit of fun when you're doing
just
that.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It is fun. Everyone always says, like, you know, and that's the beauty of it is, like, every day I learn something new. I meet someone new. I hear an incredible story, and just taking those experiences and running with them is pretty awesome.
Never a dull moment.
There's always something to laugh about for sure, too. Hopefully giving you a smile here in the mornings.
Here's to 2023.
It's going to be a good one.
Hey, you need some fresh story ideas?
Always looking for ideas.
Reach out to Josh on social media or email him. He gets a lot of his ideas from folks just like you at home for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:15 right now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka with your first warn forecast. Things are already feeling kind of nice out there, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, it's a big change from what we've dealt with over the last week when it's been bitterly cold. You've had to break out the parkas, the mittens, the hats, and even the ice scrapers. Not going to really need that, it looks like, the next couple of days, but definitely going to need the windshield wipers because we're going to be melting a lot of the snow. We will have wind to contend with today and really over the next few days, and that wind is coming from the south, obviously going to bring us some milder temperatures. In fact, we'll be in the 40s the rest of the week. And even though we will have a weak cold front move through this weekend, I think we'll still be flirting with 40 heading into the New Year holiday. But that may produce a few showers. It's not going to be a big deal, but if you are headed out for New Year's Eve, just be prepared for maybe a little bit of a rainfall falling from the sky. Temperatures right now in the 20s, 26 in Waunakee, 26 in Sun Prairie, right now at 28. And so our temperature has actually been climbing over the last couple of hours, and that's because of that southerly wind. And we have this ridge of high pressure building in. So basically, we were under a trough, and this brought in some of that Arctic air all the way across the eastern half of the United States. That's getting kicked out of here. We've got a southerly flow now. That's allowing for some warmer temperatures to move our way. And it looks like this will stick around not only going into the upcoming weekend, but actually to start much of next week. So the eastern half of the United States likely to see above average temperatures. So that means we are going to be melting a lot of the snow. I know a lot of snow lovers want to get out there and take advantage of the snow after having to deal with such cold weather. Well, it looks like this will probably be the last day before it starts to get really sloppy. Temperatures this morning in the upper 20s. We do have that southerly wind. Will likely climb above freezing by the mid-morning hours. Early this afternoon, we should be into the upper 30s, getting close to 40, maybe stuck into some upper 30s up to the north. Low 40s near the Illinois border, as we'll see that southerly wind up there about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Really not going to taper off, it looks like, even going into the evening. So it's going to be a breezy day today. We will see some sun, but I think more cloud cover than sun. May start to see some fog develop, and that's simply due to some of that snow melt. Temperatures in the mid-40s, low 40s Friday. Here comes that cold front, maybe a light shower. New Year's Day looks dry, still mild, and it looks like that mild weather will continue next week. More significant storm likely to produce mainly rain for us, heavier snow in northwestern Wisconsin. That'll be by Monday night and Tuesday of next week.
All right, Kelly, thanks a lot. Here's Sports Director Zach Hanley with your morning sports.
After 12 years harassing NFL quarterbacks, J.J. Watt is calling it a career once this season is over, and he'll go down as one of the best to ever do it. The former Badger was drafted 11th overall in the 2011 draft by the Texans, where he's the franchise's all-time sack leader. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and a 7-time All-Pro. Watt has 111.5 sacks to his name and 2 games left in a Hall of Fame career. There was a long stretch of Green Bay's season where it kind of felt like this watching Aaron Rodgers and the Packers play on Sundays. But now, that's not the case anymore. There's hope. 2 wins and some help from either the Browns this Sunday or the Cowboys next week, and the Packers sneak into the playoffs. And after a big win over the Dolphins on Christmas, Rodgers can feel the team's confidence rising.
few moments, it felt like maybe the rock bottom that we got through, and now we're on the other side. Now, we're not in the perfect position. The perfect position would be like in 2010. This year, we need a little bit of help. We're all going to be Browns fans this week.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Browns.
Wow. Definitely pulling for the Browns, and obviously we got to take care of our own business. But, I mean, we got a big jump of confidence this last week.
After yet another 2-week break, the Badger women's hockey team is back on the ice preparing for the second half of their season. And it's a tough 7-series stretch with Ohio State twice, Minnesota, and this week's top 4 showdown with Quinnipiac. The good news, it's only hockey right now for the Badgers. No classes to worry about, just eating, sleeping, and breathing hockey. And some would say it doesn't get any better than that.
This is honestly like the best time of the year for us. We like when the campus is empty. It kind of just feels like it's just us, nothing to worry about. We can all just kind of hang out.
It's so nice. I mean, everyone loves being able to come back to campus. It's quiet. You don't have to worry about studying in school and just get to focus on hockey, which is kind of what we enjoy most. So.
And Brianna Decker can add another title to her resume. The former Badger star was named an assistant coach for this year's U.S. Under-18 women's national team. The 3-time Olympian is no stranger to the Women's World Championships. Decker skated in 8, taking home 6 gold medals. Back to you.
Thank you, Zach. Coming up, we're going to get to know meteorologist Kelly Slifka joining us here on the mornings.
And in our next half hour, why the DNR says you may want to stay off the ice, at least for a few more days.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Hey, I just got a text from my sister. You remember Rick, her neighbor?
Sure. He's the 76-year-old guy who still runs marathons, right?
Sadly, not anymore.
What? You mean...
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Wow. So sudden. We're not about to have the we need life insurance conversation again, are we?
No, we're having the we're getting coverage so we don't have to worry about it conversation.
So you're calling about the $9.95 a month plan from Colonial Penn?
I am. We put it off long enough. We are getting that $9.95 plan today.
Is it time for you to call about the $9.95 plan? I'm Jonathan from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. Sometimes we just need a reminder not to take today for granted. It could be the death of someone you know or a health scare. That's why today could be a great day to call for free information about Colonial Penn's $9.95 plan. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance starting at just $9.95 a month. There are no health questions, so you can't be turned down for any health reason. This is permanent coverage. Just pay your premiums for lifelong security. The $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life plan. Options start at just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate can never go up. It's locked in for life. Don't put it off. Take the first easy step. Call today for free information. And you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. So call now.
Call 1-800-290-3399 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-290-3399. There's no risk or obligation. That number again is 1-800-290-3399. 1-800-290-3399. Call now.
Hello, Colonial Penn?
Add character from floor to ceiling with help from Menards. Upgrade your home today with Shaw Flooring. From soft and luxurious carpet to durable laminate flooring or waterproof vinyl plank, save big on Shaw Flooring. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Ceiling fans make a beautiful addition to any room while helping you save on energy costs year-round. Save big money on Patriot Lighting ceiling fans right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back at 624. Who's on the couch? We've got a new old face joining us here on News 3 Now this morning, but of course he's probably familiar to a lot of you at home.
Yeah, Kelly Slifka used to work here 20 years ago.
Yeah, and we actually had color TV back then.
Yeah, right.
Studios changed just a little bit, right?
A little bit. We moved things around a little bit.
Yep. You've been forecasting in other parts of the country and other parts of Wisconsin since your time here.
Yeah, so I was here, almost 20 years ago. Then I moved to Austin, Texas for 16 years, played a lot of volleyball down there. Dealt with a lot of heat and hurricanes as well. Then went back to Eau Claire for a couple of years, and now I'm back in Madison. So it's kind of like deja vu all over again or something like that.
Yeah, what's it like being back at the same place you worked 20 years ago?
You know, I'm still getting lost in the building. It's kind of amazing here, but you know, I did find the weather office, and thankfully Gary showed me around quite a bit, and also all the other meteorologists as well. So it's kind of good to be back in the old stomping grounds.
I mean, you love Madison. You love being outdoors,
I'm a Badger, you know, of course, and also, you know, you're a big Badger fan.
Yeah, big biker too.
Biker, sand volleyball, you name it, anything outdoors, I'm out there doing it. So
awesome. Well, we're happy to have you. You can catch Kelly regularly here on News 3 Now this morning from here forward.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, once you came back and you've been training a little bit over the last couple of weeks, it's been so busy. You know, every day that you've come in, we've had like snow literally falling on the ground.
And thankfully, for my first day on air, quiet. We've got some quiet weather this morning. We do have some temperatures that are quite a bit milder. In fact, we're in the upper 20s. We've actually been climbing. A few clouds here and there, but as you're headed out the door, you're not going to have to scrape the windshield. Won't need the big parka. We'll have to contend with the wind, but temperatures likely getting close to 40 later today.
Nice. All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:26. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Todd and Sarah are in love, but this isn't your classic rom-com. It's a Nissan Aventador. Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Make no payments until March 2023 on select vehicles.
Garage doors do not like the cold weather at all. As soon as it gets cold springs, parts will burn.
At Precision, we always come fully stocked. We're able to typically solve most garage door problems within a couple hours.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Get ready for the Harlem Globetrotters 2023 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. All new, non-stop action, amazing basketball skills, and more. Playing Alliant Energy Center on December 30th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
Why get the updated COVID-19 vaccine? Because life's a little better when we're all boosted. It's the best way to protect yourself from COVID-19's most serious effects, especially if you're over 50 or have a weaker immune system. Give your health a boost. Find the updated COVID-19 vaccine near you at dhs.wisconsin.gov/vaccine.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2022 sale. Now through December 30th. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and you can still do that thing you said you'd do 11 and a half months ago. All with no commitment, cancel anytime. Get tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. It's not too late. This can still be your year. Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th.
Waiting sometimes is just inevitable. But if you're over 50 or live with a chronic condition, waiting could be deadly, because conditions like heart disease or diabetes raise your risk of serious illness or death from untreated COVID. And if you don't get treatment within days, you may not be able to get treatment. So, got COVID symptoms? Get tested and get treated right away. It can't wait.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Todd and Sarah are in love, but this isn't your classic rom-com. It's a Nissan Aventador. Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Get $500 loyalty cash on Pathfinder or Rogue.
Breaking overnight, the Badgers ending the season with a W in the desert. We have highlights and reaction.
Also, where you can donate your Christmas tree without throwing it in the garbage.
Well, we are starting off with a milder morning. Temperatures in the upper 20s, even a few low 30s. A bit of a breeze coming in out of the south, and that southerly wind will continue to bring us milder temperatures. In fact, we'll be up in the 40s much of the week.
Yeah, feeling good out there already. Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, December 28th. I'm Josh Breiter.
I'm Chris Stanford, and we have Kelly Slifka with your first warn weather this morning. Kelly's going to be a regular here on News 3 Now this morning. Got to know him a little bit a few minutes ago, if you missed that. So when you put your experience into play this morning, what should the folks be prepared for?
Well, this morning, thankfully, we're not dealing with the bitterly cold temperatures. We won't have to scrape the windshield because temperatures are fairly mild. We had some clouds overnight, not really having to deal with a lot of ice out there because temperatures have actually been climbing all night long. In fact, we're at 28 now, while it's already in the lower 30s off to the west. There is that southerly wind, and that's what's bringing us the milder temperatures. A few clouds out there. We have not seen the fog. That may be more of a challenge tomorrow and also going into Friday. So temperatures in the upper 20s this morning. 30s will be above freezing by mid-morning hours, and I think by the noon hour, I think we'll be in the upper 30s, getting close to 40 later this afternoon. So that's going to be melting a lot of that snow. I know we still have some ice on some of those side roads, but that should be gone pretty quickly. 28 right now, that southerly wind up there at 9. That'll continue to pick up 10 to 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. By the noon hour, we should be well into the 30s. We'll look at partly to mostly cloudy skies later today.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Remember, you can always stay on top of the changing conditions here with Wisconsin weather by downloading the free First Warn Weather app. Remember, you can get that app for free wherever you get your apps. Well, breaking overnight, you probably saw this news on your phone when you woke up this morning. The Badgers are coming home with one last win of the season after taking down the Cowboys in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Final score, Wisconsin 24, Oklahoma State 17.
Yeah, if you watched the first half or so, probably went to bed thinking it wasn't going to be this close. This sealed their 22nd year of having a record of 500 or better. That's having won more games than lost, which is one of the longest running records currently in college football. The Badgers have participated in season-ending bowl games now for the last 22 years, and they've won 8 out of the last 9 they played. Badgers running back Braylon Allen had a big night. He ran for 116 yards, including this 20-yard touchdown.
I mean, it's kind of just a inside zone scheme and huge hole. You know, I kind of mentioned it after the game. The O-line did a phenomenal job today, just creating space and, you know, made it really easy for all the running backs that were in today. And, you know, Chim did a great job blocking downfield on the corner, and us pretty much had a two-way go. Just hit the outside, and, you know, Chim held his block well and was able to get into the end zone.
This was Coach Luke Fickell's first game coaching for the Badgers. You can find more coverage of the bowl game on channel3000.com.
Sheriff's offices across the state are urging people this morning to be cautious when they head out on any ice. It comes in Dodge County. A 29-year-old man was found dead in the Rubicon River. It happened yesterday afternoon. The sheriff's office says it received a call reporting a man lying in the river just west of State Highway 67 in Neosho. First responders found him and pronounced him dead at the scene. The cause of his death is unknown, but authorities say foul play is not suspected. The Dane County Sheriff's Office would like to remind everyone to use caution when going out on the ice. While it may seem sturdy in some locations, it may break in others. Make sure to use the buddy system when going out on the ice, wear a flotation device, and if you are on the ice alone, make sure someone knows where you are.
Yeah, we'll soon see temperatures back above their seasonal averages. It's coming just as ice fishers started enjoying being out on the freshly frozen lakes. Our Armand Rahman has the warning from the DNR this morning.
2 bluegills here, roughly 8-9 inches. Got a total of 15 over 7.5 today, 1 crappie, and probably 50 or 60 little dinks.
Jim Kohani is not leaving Lake Monona with an empty bucket.
I don't care if I'm catching 3 inchers. It's just the action, and something to do in the middle of winter.
But he knows that's all he'll be reeling in for a couple weeks.
That's going to be unfortunate. I don't know how long the ice will hold up.
There's about 5 to 6 inches of ice out here on Monona Bay, but DNR officials say the perfect storm is coming of warm temperatures and precipitation that could change all that in just a matter of hours.
Don't assume that if the ice was good right now over the weekend, don't assume that it's going to be good in a couple days.
Temps will bob well above freezing for several days.
We also may have some rain, I think, in the forecast, and that can also kind of deteriorate that snow condition. It can put water on top of the ice, so it might be harder to judge the thickness of that ice.
That's enough pressure to crack Jim.
I'd say 3 to 4 days of that, and I wouldn't be out here.
The DNR says ice can vary wildly, even on the same body of water.
You may have an area that can support your weight or even a vehicle's weight in one spot, but then maybe a few feet away from that area, you could have a current or a spring or something under that lake or river that you don't know about.
So they urge everyone to check conditions, and if you go out, bring your cell phone, change of clothes, and an ice pick.
It might not be a bad idea to have a personal flotation device or, with you as well.
But even with the right prep work, you'd still be on thin ice, or worse.
So we got to make sure everybody stays safe. Got here at daybreak and time to go home.
In Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is investing more than $5 million in rural transit. It's part of a move to make getting around in rural communities easier for seniors and individuals with disabilities. The money will benefit 44 agencies across the state, with that money coming from the federal bipartisan infrastructure law. We've learned both Rock and Jefferson counties received money to support mobility management and replace older vehicles. A man charged with sexually assaulting a woman on State Street this summer has a bond hearing today. In September, the court found 22-year-old Ivan Smart incompetent to stand trial. That required a court-ordered commitment plan before his case can move forward. Smart is accused of groping a woman while she was waiting for her rideshare. He's facing sexual assault and false imprisonment charges. His hearing is scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon.
Kenosha police are investigating a woman's death with a potential for criminal charges after she was found dead outside of an assisted living facility. Police believe the 89-year-old died of weather exposure. Kenosha police said in a statement that they were called to Parkside Manor the morning of December 19th. The victim has not yet been publicly named.
6:36 right now. Emergency rooms and children's hospitals are seeing more visits and revisits related to mental health. A new study in JAMA Pediatrics found that starting in 2015, mental health visits to pediatric emergency departments increased 8% every year for 5 years. About 13% of those patients revisited the hospital within 6 months. The study used data from more than 200,000 patients from 38 children's hospitals in the U.S. Researchers called the analysis concerning.
If you don't know what to do with your Christmas tree, the Ashner Park Zoo in Baraboo wants it. They give the trees to animals who use them for different things. Pigs and goats usually eat the trees. Bears and beavers make them into bedding. If you'd like to donate, the zoo manager says, just leave the tree by the brown maintenance shed near the parking lot. Don't donate those trees if they have any ornaments on them, decorations, sprays, or tinsels.
Putting it to good use.
Yeah, you still got your tree up?
So it'll stay up through the next couple of days.
Couple more days?
So usually it's down by the new year.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of sweeping up the pine needles.
After a while, it gets a little crispy.
Yeah, short-lived, that's for sure. All right, coming up, folks, we are finally warming up out there. Just how much warmer we'll get this week, and we'll time out the next weather maker.
And wait until you see this small Door County shop covered in ice.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Fresh Hy-Vee chicken breasts, only $1.99 a pound. Doritos, only $1.99. And Hy-Vee sour cream, only 59 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips
sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with power swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, only $1.48 a pound. 6 packs of Pepsi products, only $1.99. And Dole iceberg lettuce, only 99 cents each. Only at Hy-Vee.
Cold winds, ice, snowy, slippery conditions. Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. So when severe winter weather is coming, you'll have plenty of time to plan your life, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team, First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Healthcare is becoming increasingly unaffordable for some folks who get their insurance through their job. A new analysis by NYU found employer-sponsored health insurance is becoming less effective in paying for healthcare services. Women's care is especially impacted by rising costs. 61% of Americans get their healthcare through their employer.
Around Wisconsin this morning, stop what you're doing and take a look at the screen right now. This is video from Door County. The little shop, Simply Scandinavian, located in Gills Rock, right on the Bay of Green Bay. Well, as you can see, it is covered in ice, and a lot of it. It comes after days of water crashing into it, combined with all of the bitter cold. The owner of the shop estimates there was a foot thick of ice on the building that built up over 2 or 3 days.
So even though the Mother Nature has created some incredible artwork for us, it is a bit worrisome due to the weight that's on the building. But we're betting on the brave little shop doing just fine with its tough Nordic genes and pulling through for us.
The National Weather Service says winds were 40 to 50 miles an hour on December 23rd and Christmas Eve. And with the cold temperatures, it just caused the water to freeze so quickly. Where do you even begin? I mean, obviously with the warmer weather, that's going to help. But how do you even chisel away without hurting the place?
No kidding. I wouldn't know the first thing to do. You just,
wow.
Just pray to the weather gods. You got warmer weather on the way. It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
It is.
It's, yeah, like sculpture's only Mother Nature can
Mother
produce.
Nature.
How about that? Kelly Slifka here now with your First Warn Weather. It's some wild video, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a beautiful sight, but I tell you what, I wouldn't want to deal with that as well. Now, they will get a break, at least from the freezing cold temperatures that we've dealt with the last couple of weeks. We're going to be melting a lot of that snow. In fact, this morning, we're already in the upper 20s, and I think we'll crack the freezing point probably between 9 and 10 o'clock. We'll stay above freezing, and I don't think we'll just stay above freezing all afternoon. I think we'll stay above freezing tonight. So that's going to contribute to a lot of snow melt going on. Obviously going to help that ice shop that froze over. And we're going to probably see quite a bit of ponding of water on the roads over the next couple of days because temperatures likely in the 40s. And that's coming in with some southerly winds that'll be up there at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Also expecting a few showers. Now, this is not going to amount to too much. It looks like going into the upcoming holiday weekend, but that's a weak cold front, just going to knock our temperatures down a few degrees. Now, this morning, we're starting out in the upper 20s. Already have a few low 30s getting close to freezing in Boscobel and Prairie du Chien. Right now in Madison sitting at 28. And in some of the outlying areas, Cottage Grove 26, Rockdale 25, Oregon right now at 26 as well. So a milder start to our morning. Going to be melting some of the snow. Heavy snowpack yet up in northern Wisconsin. In fact, as you look at the legend there, over 2 feet of snow, 6 inches officially here in Madison. We're probably going to dwindle that down to maybe an inch or two by early next week because it looks like early next week we're going to remain above average as temperatures will be well above freezing. Today we'll crack that freezing point later this morning, stay up close to 40 this afternoon, and only drop a little bit going into tonight. But also, with some of that snow melt, might see some fog develop by tomorrow morning as temperatures remain in the upper 30s to around 40. Have to deal with that wind, though, up there at about 10 to 20 miles per hour throughout the day, 45 tomorrow. May see a light shower, drizzle, fog in the morning. A brief shower, it looks like Saturday, remaining above average. More significant storm system early next week, mainly rain for us, so northern Wisconsin could see some heavier snow.
All right. Kelly Schlifka, thanks a lot. And the 608 this week, we are taking a look back at all the fun Josh had in 2022.
Yeah, it is day 3 of our week-long celebration of 2022. And this morning, we're taking a look back at some of the holiday-related memories made throughout the course of this year.
People are usually pretty happy when you come to their door with flowers. They're so beautiful, and people should stop and appreciate the beautiful things in nature. I know I do.
And we'll let you take this one back with you.
That sounds good, boy. Now we better put a little bit of extra sugar on this.
The Punchki's a one-day event.
It's Fat Tuesday. We're going to have one more.
Take 3 small steps, step, step, step. And now that you're advanced, because you've already done this before, we're going to do the special ending.
Pressure's on, though.
Point, knee, and back. Knee, put him back, step, step, step. You did so good. Point and take a big bow.
We are with the Stoughton High School Norwegian dancers here in the high school gym, and this is pretty incredible. They are ready for their biggest weekend of the year, of course, setting them high, and we're pumping up the jam in the 608.
500-gallon tank, only 30 pounds of air. Launch this punk in a half mile.
All right, let's see it, Don. You trust me, pull the trigger here, huh? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! What am I, guys? What am I? Take a guess.
Hawaiian punch.
Oh my gosh, I'm proud of you guys. You got it. Look at that. Who am I, guys? Who am I? I got my 4 kids.
And
got
a
my
six-pack
glasses
has
on.
to be Chris Stanford.
Have you noticed I've been working out again?
Oh my gosh. Where is he? That was good.
Aaron goes all out in creating this masterpiece.
That's right, Josh. Thank you very much.
I didn't even see you blending in with the crowd. You're dressing the part this morning, Aaron.
Scaring the hell out of people. It's just so much fun.
Again, this Friday night, it's going to be their first night. A little early for this, but this is a lot of fun here. Again, you can go up to channel3000.com. Whoa.
The UCP, our mission is to understand disabilities, create opportunities, and to promote community. And this is one of those events that really does that last thing, that promoting community. Run off those calories before you consume them, right?
Come in through the front door and immediately you'll see the tree behind me, which is a 20-foot artificial tree that's brand new to us this year, and it goes up through the ceiling. So that's kind of an exciting thing to begin with. It has just proven to be, like, I think the best one that we've done yet.
To keep their little heads from falling in the snow, and I turned around and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.
Remember, you can always go back and watch our features at channel3000.com. Go to the In the 608 tab, and you'll find the interactive map of all the places that we have been, and there's been a lot of them.
That little acapella jingle is going to be stuck in my head all day.
All day. Well, hey, one more day of coverage tomorrow. Here's to 2023.
Yeah, and you did an excellent job this year. You took us to so many places, introduced us to so many cool people, and I can't wait to see what next year brings.
Yeah, and remember, a lot of those ideas come from folks at home, so you have the opportunity right now to send me those story ideas. Let me know what inspires you, and you can reach out either on social media or email for that chance to be featured. 6:49 is your time. The Badgers' late-night bowl game was a close one coming up in the morning sprint. See if they could pull it off.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Emmett and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is having its biggest New Year's appliance sale ever. This weekend only. Save up to $700 on Frigidaire packages. Washer and dryer pairs start at $10.99. Over-the-range microwaves start at just $2.29. At Furniture and Appliance Mart, inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
We rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin.
Waiting. Sometimes it's just inevitable. But if you're over 50 or live with a chronic condition, untreated COVID could be deadly. Got COVID symptoms? Get tested and get treated right away. It can't wait.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
Funny.
Good luck out there.
Ashley is having its biggest New Year's sale ever. This weekend only. Save up to 85% off furniture. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you spend $2,000 or more. And free platinum delivery. This weekend only at Ashley.
Don't miss Zoo Lights at the Henry Vilas Zoo.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The Badgers ending the 2022 season with a win in the desert. UW taking down Oklahoma State in Phoenix at the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. This was a late one. The game ended at 12:30 our time this morning. The Badgers had a comfortable lead for most of the game. The Cowboys cut the lead down to one possession, but the Badgers ended up pulling it off. You can have more reaction up on channel3000.com.
UW Athletic Director Chris McIntosh giving a heartfelt message to former Badger J.J. Watt on his retirement. Chris McIntosh said that you've set a standard for all Badgers to aspire to, both on and off the field, inspiring us all to dream big, work hard. Watt played 2 years at Wisconsin and went on to win 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards in the NFL and is considered to be a lock for the Hall of Fame.
Governor Evers naming Adam Payne as his appointee to the Secretary of Department of Natural Resources. Payne currently serves as the county administrator for Sheboygan County, but his role will start next Tuesday pending state approval. 6 out of the 13 Evers appointments have not been confirmed by the Senate.
Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos sat down and talked with our reporters about the November election. He said that he believes Trump's influence is waning in Wisconsin. Vos said that Wisconsinites appreciate action instead of what he calls bluster.
In a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court mandated the Biden administration cannot end Title 42. That's the Trump-era policy that limits entry into the United States because of COVID. In a dissenting opinion, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote, the policy's fate should fall on elections officials. We are a court of law, not policymakers of last resort.
4 days to go before the new year. And look at this, the final touches being added to the ball in Times Square. Some of those Waterford crystals had to be replaced this year. It's estimated that 1.2 billion people around the world will watch the ball drop. The theme this year is the gift of love.
The leader of the plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been sentenced to 16 years in federal prison. The FBI foiled Adam Fox's plan to kidnap the governor from her summer home in 2020. In August, a jury convicted Fox and an accomplice of kidnapping conspiracy and conspiracy to use weapons of mass destruction.
Dangerous road conditions playing a role in this crash here. Take a look.
Wow.
Whoa. It involved a police cruiser in Ohio on Christmas Day. A Willoughby police officer was helping a driver who'd been involved in an accident when the driver of a truck lost control and slammed into the side of the patrol car. No one was injured, thankfully. However, the 63-year-old driver of the truck was cited for failure to control.
Michigan State Police are investigating a head-on crash that left a mail carrier seriously injured. The weather also related to be a factor in this incident. The crash happened near Grand Rapids on Friday during the storm. It involved a semi-truck and a postal vehicle. Police say the postal truck driver is in the hospital with serious injuries.
Local hospitals have released the list of their top baby names of 2022 at St. Mary's. The top 5 include Theodore, Henry, Olivia, Leo, and Oliver. And at Unity Point Health Meriter, they're seeing a bit of a shakeup at the top of their list. Jack and Jackson out of first place for the first time in 4 years. You can find the full list of names up at channel3000.com.
All right, we are waking up to milder temperatures this morning. The sun is coming up on the horizon here. Some clouds filtering out some of that sun throughout the day today. It's going to be breezy. We will see these southerly winds up there at 10 to 20, but it should be quiet. We're going to be melting some of the snow as we climb above freezing later this morning, and we'll be up close to 40 later today. Looks like this mild weather is going to continue. We will continue to see some winds and maybe a chance of a shower or two. Looks like by New Year's Eve, not going to be a big deal, but if you are headed out for New Year's Eve, you might encounter that. It's going to be relatively mild right through the weekend into early next week.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.